This is Patrick Ney with a special report coming up on 11 o'clock Central European time for Newsforce on the developing news that a Russian missile, believed to be a Russian missile, has landed in Poland. That's right, a Russian missile entering into Polish airspace and landing on Polish territory. Poland is, as you know, a NATO member. So what is this? What's happening? Well, the Polish Armed Forces released a statement that during the night they picked up upwards of a dozen missiles from Russia sent to attack and damage Ukraine that were entering into the west of Ukraine. So the Poles, for understandable reasons, obviously paying attention to those missiles. The Polish Armed Forces reported that an unidentified object, believed to be the missile concerned, entered into Polish airspace, was lost from the radars, and at 3:45 this morning, in the small little hamlet really of Tarnowa, Kolonia, there was reported by eyewitnesses an absolutely massive explosion. One eyewitness said that he thought his whole house had collapsed, and that is believed to be the site. We can now see pictures of this crater, approximately 10 meters wide, where this Russian missile exploded. Now, the Ukrainian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has reported this is most likely to be a Russian CH-101 missile. This is a kind of missile which is actually designed, by all accounts, to fly under the radar, which would explain why the Polish services weren't able to keep a track of it. We are very blessed to say that no one has been injured in this latest missile attack, but unfortunately this is a daily reality for people in Ukraine, and many people were injured last night. So, as you can imagine, Poland woke up to this news with consternation. The controversies are as follows. First of all, a lot of Polish people and analysts saying, why is it that we haven't built up the radar and defense systems that are able to not only monitor these missiles, but able to stop them as well? We've had drone incursions into Poland in the past as well. And we've also had a situation in November 2022 in a village of Przewodów, where unfortunately 2 men were killed by a missile. It was believed first to be a Russian missile, again used in an attack on Ukraine that went into the east of Poland, which borders Ukraine. But there was then clarified to be a Ukrainian anti-missile defense system. Very, very sad, and that's a fact which has been used by the bots. They've been out all morning, I've seen them, to try and muddy the water and say that, hey, maybe this is yet another Ukrainian missile. We do know that the deputy of the Polish Prime Minister's office has said that Poland is in a, quote, cognitive war with Russia. And we know that we have on our border a hybrid war, largely on the Belarusian border, with Poland, where Russia and Belarus are sending illegal migrants, so-called asylum seekers, across the Polish border, under tunnels as well. Many of them are making it through, by the way, to try and destabilize the EU and indeed Polish politics. So this fits a broader pattern of Russian interference in Poland. However, I think the most likely explanation is the same explanation we have for the reason why drones have landed in both Latvia and Lithuania, which is that navigation systems and GPS systems go haywire, and it appears that probably is the most likely explanation for this explosion. As I say, fortunately no one has been hurt, but this is yet again another symbol of the fact that Poland has a problem. This isn't the last time that missiles will land on Polish soil, and increasingly the Russians, whether it's deliberate or not, may start to see that if NATO does nothing and if Poland does nothing, well, then they won't do anything in the future. Poles have a long memory of Russian oppression, and they do understand that for Russia, for Russia's President Vladimir Putin, it is a strategic goal to try and reclaim the so-called Soviet Union. It was no union. Those people didn't want to be in it. And so, although I can tell you that in Warsaw today, no one's panicking and rushing out the house, they are certainly raising an eyebrow at this yet another example of Russia's aggression against Ukraine spilling over into its Polish border. So, questions for the Polish authorities, a continuation of Russian aggression against Poland and NATO, and for now, gratitude that no one has been hurt in this latest incident. My name is Patrick Ney. I've been reporting for Newsforce from Warsaw, Poland.